What's up, guys? Today we are going to be taking a look at 8 of the main or significant characters in GTA 6. So obviously with the release of the second trailer as well as all the screenshots and info on Rockstar's site, there's just a lot of info out there, and we're going to be trying to break it down and see what we can see. So first up, of course, Jason and Lucia are going to be our two main protagonists. Vice City, USA. Jason and Lucia have always known that the deck is stacked against them, but when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves on the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Leonida, forced to rely on each other more than ever if they want to make it out alive. So we're going to kick things off with our boy Jason Duval. He wants an easy life, but things just keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself with the keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. Might be time to try something new. So starting off our first image here, I believe this is Jason in his personal vehicle. You can see the exterior blue color right here, and he was seen in the same thing driving around in a couple of clips in the trailer. So this is probably kind of like our beginner starter vehicle. Jason obviously doesn't really come from a lot, so even though it's not the nicest car, it's a set of wheels. He's got his freedom here. Now, the detail here is just absolutely insane, and what's mind-blowing is Rockstar came out and said that everything we saw in trailer 2 was all captured from a PlayStation 5, and it's a mix between gameplay and cutscene. Absolutely mind-blowing that that's possible, and the fact that we should have new consoles coming out in the next couple of years to think where this game is going to go and look, and on PC obviously too. But I mean, just like look at the arm hair, look at the beard hair, like think about the beards in GTA 5 and look at this. It is just mind-blowing. You can literally see the individual threads in his tank top. He's got this Leonida tank top on, like the chest hair, the little curls in the back, the freckles and little potch marks on his skin and stuff. Like, this is just insane. This next image is him on a bike. This is an Alvino Principe. So that's the make and model of the bike. Again, just the detail, the reflections, the ray tracing and things happening. Obviously a very different hairstyle here, very different beard style. So we're going to have a lot of customization, or maybe the passage of time. We can see that army tattoo on his shoulder there. So he had a bit of a troubled upbringing. To get away from that, try to learn a little bit of responsibility, he went off to the army. Obviously it sounds like that didn't work out either. My goodness, dude, look at the reflection in the sunglasses here. This is just insane. And this appears to be a Beretta, or at least a, something modeled after a Beretta. We see this a lot more. This kind of seems to be his pistol of choice. Here's another look at that tattoo. It looks like it says Marauder on there. Looks like he was some sort of paratrooper or something. So he's got some significant military and shooting, fighting background, which is cool. Again, kind of a different stage of beard. The necklace has changed. Dude, it just, look at the individual arm hairs and everything. This just looks absolutely insane. We've got Patriot beer. We've got Lager beer. This right here is Brian. I think this is going to be one of our closest friends and business associates. Really looking forward to meeting him. He seems like a fun time. We'll talk about him later in the trailer. And obviously Brian's trying to get our attention here because we've got some issues with these tough guys in the back. Now on the website, if you scroll smoothly, you've got a couple of basically video clips here. So this is Jason robbing a gas station. Obviously, again, we've got this same Beretta looking thing, and we've got a few different handguns and weapons in general that we see, but it says, if anything happens, I'm right behind you. Obviously, this whole Bonnie and Clyde, Jason and Lucia working together. That does make me nervous though, because I don't think it's all going to be sunshine and rainbows. It says that meeting Lucia could be the best or worst thing to ever happen to him. Jason knows how he'd like it to turn out, but right now it's hard to tell. So obviously that could mean a couple of things. We've had some loved ones die in Rockstar games. I really don't want to see anything tragic happen to these two. We also could see them potentially split. You don't know which side of the coin we're on there, but it's definitely not guaranteed to be a happy ending. Now, getting into this one here, again, we see another weapon. Dude, just the level of detail on these weapons is so incredible, and that's probably one of the top things I'm looking forward to. If I were to pick one weakness of GTA 5 in general, it would probably be the gunplay. It's not terrible, and I know it's not the focus of the game, but I would love to see a little bit more variety, a little bit more feel. Like, a lot of the guns pretty much more or less feel the same. I would love to see some more gunplay action in this game. We'll see how that works out, but yeah, very, very detailed rifle here. Now, a few of these screenshots look like they could be real life images, and this is one of them. Dude, This is a video game. This is lighting in a video game. Look at all of the neon that we have going on back here, all the uplighting on the building. Look at the lighting on the tree, illuminating this palm tree. Look at his arm. You could see all the reflections on the arm and everything. Like, this is absolutely incredible. Look at the interiors of the room. You've got things going on. You could see a door here, maybe like a closet. Obviously, you've got a lamp right there. All of these are all different. You know, if this was GTA 5, these would just be darkened out windows here. But look at this. Like, this is absolutely incredible. Obviously, down here in the bottom right, we've got the C8 equivalent. I think it was called the Coquette D10 or something like that. But yeah, this image, look at the shirt shadow and the hair on his chest, and just like, I mean, I never really want to talk about the hair on another man's chest, but I'm kind of in love, bro. I would snuggle up on that. And again, changing hairstyles and beards and everything else. I don't know if this is all going to be customization. I don't know if this is going to be passage of time or what, but this is just fantastic. And again, here we've got Jason and Cal on a boat. Looks like we're doing a little bit of fishing. Hopefully a really fun mini game. Dude, I would love to just take my boat out and go fishing in GTA. That sounds like a good time. GTA Online, get your buds out, go crack a couple of cold piss washers and catch some big ones. That'd be nice. But yeah, look at the way the hair has changed here and everything. It just looks so good. Looks like we've got something going off in the distance. This over here looks like it could be some sort of a maybe police or Coast Guard type boat. That might be a bit of a reach. We can't really see much there, but yeah, this fishing activity confirmed. This is a really cool transition here. Almost looks like some sort of a character selection screen, but this brings us to Lucia Caminos. Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Life has been coming at her swinging ever since. Fighting for her family landed her in the pen. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson. Only smart moves from here. Now, based on this first image, I don't think that description was a play on words. I think she quite literally is a fighter. We saw her fighting in the trailer. We can see her fighting in this image here. She's even got a boxing glove on her necklace. So she knows how to fight. She's been doing it her whole life. She's gonna hold it down. Dude, this is just, again, look at the detail, look at the veins, look at the sweat, look at the everything here, all the little moles and everything. My goodness, this game looks so incredible. We've got some AirPods in, or should I say some fruit pods, fruit pods. So yeah, music gonna be a thing. I've seen a lot of people saying like maybe we'll be able to listen to music walking everywhere. You won't have to be in a car or whatever else. In the background here, obviously she's in some sort of a boxing gym, but we can see some actual traditional fitness equipment. I have seen some rumors. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently a lot of people, especially with some of the Jason clips that we've seen, think that he might be getting shredded and less shredded throughout some of the clips in the trailer. So seeing exercise equipment here, maybe we could see the return of the San Andreas fitness system. We might have, you know, kind of you got to work out to be able to stay in shape and change your character attributes and things like that. We'll have to wait and see, but I think that'd be pretty cool. This is another one of those images, bro. I just like, this is insane. This looks like a real image. Look at Lucia here again. She's got her eye fruit things in. You can see the reflections in her glasses. She's got her hair pulled up. You can see her skin is like kind of a little bit moist from the sun. We've got Jason over here in the background. I mean, bro's freaking ripped. You can see that army tat. You can see, look at those tries. My goodness, dude is killing it there. Look at the drink. Look at all the seeds on the strawberry. Look at the mints or whatever's in there inside of it. It's sweating. She's sweating and the drink is sweating. Look at the reflections in the stem of the glass, reflecting behind the water. Look at the refraction happening here with the edge of the pool. Look at the individual fibers on the towel. Like, I don't want to gas this up too much, but bro, what the fuck? This looks so good. Also, look at the differences in buns here. Look at the bun in the fighting shot. Look at the bun in the pool shot. Significantly different buns. Also, those aren't the only buns that we saw from the trailer. Here we've got an image of Lucia in jail, and again, totally different hairstyle. Like, there are so many different hairstyles and you know, facial hair and whatever else, body evolutions that are happening throughout these images and in the trailer. Like, this is just so good. You could see some of the tattoos on some of the people around us. Look at this lady behind that window. I don't want to mess with her. Now we get a little more backstory here. It says, more than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom has dreamed of since their days in Liberty City. Shout out GTA 4. So Lucia and her family are from New York, but instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. Fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucia is committed to her plan, no matter what it takes. A life with Jason could be her way out, or it could lead to disaster. So we'll take a look at this one here, that iconic gold sequin dress. My goodness, I cannot wait for whatever this is. We get a slightly better look at that boxing glove necklace. And again, look at the different hairstyles. Look at the eye shadowing and the makeup and the everything. Like this game just looks so good. Day or night, in or out, no matter what. Like, look at the sequins on this dress. This is just insane. And then here, obviously, we've got some not so great stuff going down. We've got a guy on the other side of the door with the gun, gold bracelet. He's got a flashlight on his gun, so weapon customization coming in for sure. But she's hiding behind the door. And like we said before, Jason really likes that Beretta-looking pistol. This appears to be some sort of a Glock or equivalent. Definitely says 9mm on the side there. But yeah, so she's willing to do anything to make a better life for herself, including possibly killing people. In the last image here, we've got her on a gold sport bike. She's in this leather jacket. Just looks so badass, bro. You don't want to mess with her. She looks insane. Another different type of hairstyle here. And another thing to point out is Gloriana here on the license plate. So a lot of, like, obviously we know that this is mainly taking place in Florida, mainly southern Florida. We're going to have Miami, we're going to have the Everglades, we're going to have the Keys, etc. But it seems like we might possibly get a little bit of Georgia, kind of southern Georgia on the very northern part of the map, and that's probably where some of the wildlife in the mountains and things like that are going to come in. Next up, we've got Cal Hampton. I'm calling it now. I think this is going to be my favorite character. So what if everything on the internet was true? Jason's friend and a fellow associate of Brian's, Cal feels safest hanging at home, snooping on the Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. So this guy looks like an absolute vibe. I've been seeing a lot of things with people saying like, oh, this is going to kind of be like the Lester of the game or whatever. I don't think he's going to be Lester vibes. I think he's going to be silly. I think he's going to be like that hometown friend that is always down for anything, always cracking jokes, and literally can't take anything seriously. I think he's going to be hilarious. I mean, just look at this dude. You've got the shark tooth necklace, the Hawaiian shirt on. The tats are absolutely outrageous. Look at this fish forearm tat. Back meat, best meat, tail meat, and nah. He's sitting here drinking a beer. Like the full mustache here. He looks like a vibe. Here we've got Jason and Cal outside of Brian's Boat Works, his boat shop, where, you know, it is a legitimate boat shop, but it also does some less than legitimate things on the side that we saw in the trailer here. So got a couple of duffel bags. Who knows what's in those bad boys? But dude, he just looks like a vibe. He's always smiling in all these screenshots. He was ordering shots in the main trailer. Look at this shirt, dude. Violence is cool. Thanks, video games. He just seems so cool. Come on, bro. I mean, look at this guy. He's got aliens on his Hawaiian shirt. He's making funny face. It seems like he can't take life seriously, and I love that. I can't wait to see, you know, what kind of debauchery we get into. And also mini golf. So we had golf in GTA 5. It looks like we're going to have mini golf as well in GTA 6. We've got kind of an alligator themed back Florida mini golf course, dude. If we can sit and play mini golf with our friends in this game, that is going to be amazing. Now, it kind of seems like he might be some sort of a conspiracy theorist. So we've got the aliens on this shirt here, and then we also have a little clip here that we could take a look at. So it says, there are way too many birds flying around in perfect formation. So again, he just seems like a silly, vibey dude that is always down for anything. He's always smiling, always got a beer in his hand. Right here looks like we're playing pool. So we've got mini golf, we've got pool as an activity. I just can't wait to see what we get into with him. So this is a very interesting bar that we've got going on here. Got iguanas with crowns on their heads, around ladies' shoulders and things. Like, this game is going to be ridiculous. Key Linto, obviously an ode to Key Largo, so that's probably going to be one of the keys of the game. And our final image is Cal passed out on a pink flamingo in a pool. I'm sure he works hard to keep the vibes high, so I'm glad that he's able to enjoy himself here. Dude just seems like a vibe, dude. Look at these beer cans floating and spilling out into the pool. Look at the bubbles and the beer that's sitting on top. Unbelievable levels of detail here. You can see the leaves on the pool drain that got sucked down there. You've even got a little flamingo with a pina colada in it. So just insane detail. The ripples and all the little stretches on the plastic of the pool toy, the pool float. This is just, look at the way that the flamingo's arm is shifted out because he's putting his head on it. Like, it's insane. Next up, we've got Boobie Ike. So this is a guy that we don't really know a lot of. We haven't really seen a lot of him, but he did have a highlight on the Rockstar website here. So it's all about Heart, the Jack of Hearts. Boobie is a local Vice City legend and acts like it. One of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire spanning real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Boobie's all smiles, until it's time to talk business. Boobie means business, bro. I'm looking forward to the missions that we run with him. Anytime you've got a custom Glock that matches your glasses, that's pretty incredible. I mean, just chains and rings and watches and stacks of cash. Like he's about his business. Here he is at his strip club, the Jack of Hearts. He's got multiple chains on, double cupped up, dude, like the gold teeth and everything. Girls upside down in the background. Like, it's going to be wild. The adventure with him is going to be wild. And he says that the club money pay for the studio and the drug money pay for it all. So my man's is highly diversified in his investments. Another shot from inside Jack of Hearts here. Girls everywhere, bottle service back in the background. Like, dude, this is going to be cool. Kind of the underworld, the underbelly of Vice City going on here. And then this is one of his artists in his record label. So I'm curious. It seems like, you know, obviously he made his money on the, you know, drug side of things. It seems like he's trying to get out of that. He's trying to make it in the music business. Strip club is just kind of another way to be able to pay the bills. But yeah, Dre'Quan is kind of who he's interested in here. You can see they're outside of Jack of Hearts there, but it says that Boobie might seem like he's just out for himself, but it's his partnership with the young aspiring music mogul Dre'Quan for Only Raw Records that he's most invested in. Now they just need a hit. Dre'Quan Priest, Only Raw Records. Dre'Quan was always more of a hustler than a gangster. Even when he was dealing on the streets to make ends meet, breaking into music was the goal. So both of these guys kind of come from the same beginning and are trying to work together to make it legitimately. Dre'Quan's first image is with some social media influencers. This is Bae-Luxe and this is Roxy. We're going to be taking a look at them as the next set of characters. But again, dude, just the amount of detail and all the lighting and everything happening inside in these interior club scenes is just insane. There's going to be so much action in the clubs. Looks like he might be at some sort of a record label party or something here. You know, hopefully he finds his success in the music industry. We'll see what happens, but he's all suited up and stuff. So again, kind of following that goal of moving from the streets into, you know, high rises and corporate parties and things like that. One thing I haven't really mentioned yet that is just so cool is just look at all the stuff going on in the background of all of these images. We've got people laying on the pool deck. You've got girls modeling on the side of the thing. Other people inside, you could see kind of, you know, above and below the water, people getting in and out, talking, hanging out. Everything in the background of all of these images that we've taken a look at, it just feels real. It feels lived in. It feels like there's life happening outside of the main character that you're looking at. Next up, we've got Dre'Quan at the studio making some music. He's here at Only Raw Records, which is that studio that the Boobie owns. But man, again, it just looks so good. Look at this Manatees jersey. Obviously a riff on the Dolphins here, but look, like, you know, obviously that athletic material kind of has like the little holes, the breathable holes in it. You can see that here. We've got girls in the back. We've got smoke in the air, getting a little creative with it. Look at the detail on the screen here. Now, I don't know anything about making music, but that looks like an audio timeline in Adobe Premiere. Like, people use Ableton or something, right? I'm not sure if that's what that is, but dude, just all the knobs, all the buttons, all the everything. You can see all the like peaking lines and things. This is just, it's so detailed. Look at the nipples of leather. I don't know what to call that. You've got like nipply leather on this chair down here. It says, now that he's signed the Real Dimes, Dre'Quan's days of booking acts at a Boobie strip club might be numbered as he sets his sights on the Vice City scene. So he kind of started off working with Boobie as a talent manager for the strip club, which honestly might not be too bad of a gig, but yeah, he's building his music career, and he's also signed Real Dimes, which are going to be the next characters that we take a look at here. We are going to do a second video on all the locations because there's a lot of stuff there, but the Real Dimes, viral videos, viral hooks. Bae-Luxe and Roxy, aka Real Dimes, have been friends since high school. Girls with a savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. So I'm really curious how these two are going to turn out. I could see them either being super dope and hilarious, or maybe Rockstar takes like a poking jest at influencers type thing. I don't know. I'm hoping it's the first one. First up, we've got Bae-Luxe in the studio. We know it's her because of her chain. Each of them have chains with their names on them, so you're never gonna mess that up. But yeah, she's in the studio, lava lamps and things in the background. This is a great shot. Again, just the level of detail. Look at these like old school fans and all the music carrying boxes and whatever else. It just, everything is the speakers, the lines on the speakers, everything looks so good. On to image number 2. I'll let you guys guess which one this is. It's Roxy. I'm sure you couldn't tell from the double chains here. We've got an R chain, a Roxy chain, a double chained Roxy pendant. She seems like the crazy one, the outgoing one, the loud one. I mean, the chains, the eyelashes, the big hair. Look at the jacket that she's got going on. I've got a feeling she's going to be a vibe. She's spicy, bro. I mean, look at this. All my dimes in this club, meet my twin, make it a dub. Bro. They're dancing on the hoods of Audis and stuff, posting on social media. Like, again, I don't know if they're going to be lit or if they're going to be a little bit cringy or it's going to be both, but I'm looking forward to meeting them. I just hope they're not going to be like really annoying. What was the one girl from... it was like an old NBA 2K. I couldn't stand her. She was always rapping every time she came in the room. It didn't sound good though. Like I'm hoping that these girls are lit. It seems like they will be. Also, you can see this is taken outside of the Jack of Hearts strip club. So obviously this is kind of a crew, a 4-man crew here. We've got Boobie, Dre'Quan, Bae-Luxe, and Roxy. An early hit single with a local rapper, Downplay, took Real Dimes to new heights. Now after 5 years and a whole lot of trouble, they're signed to Only Raw Records, hoping lightning can strike twice. So these two are only one hit away from fame. We'll see if they can do it. And I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more going on behind the scenes than just music. Also, she has a blessed tattoo above her eyebrow. That's just awful. Next up, we've got Raul Bautista. Experience counts. Confidence, charm, and cunning. Raul's a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take the risks that bring the biggest reward. So this guy's experienced. We're going to have a lot to learn from him. I think he's going to bring us on some of our biggest missions, some of our biggest heists. He knows how to get around, and hopefully we're going to be able to live up to what he's used to accomplishing. But dude, just again, look at just how detailed everything is, down from the individual strands on his bracelets to the beard hair to the individual little pores on his skin. Obviously, if you're robbing banks, you're making good money. Here he is living the finer life on a boat, going through the canals of Vice City. We've got drawbridges confirmed, which is really cool. Look at the detail on this boat. All the individual switches for all the lighting and everything else. You've got the dual throttle. It's just, dude, all the nav settings and things. I don't know if all this is going to be usable. Probably not, but the fact that it even exists is just so far above and beyond anything that we've seen in boats ever before in GTA. Also, it seems like he's Cuban, or at least likes Cuban coffee. He's got a little cafecito here. Here we've got an image of some sort of a robbery obviously going wrong. We're getting shot at and we're being surrounded by cops. So we could see Jason and Lucia in the background. So hopefully we get out of this mess. Life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we'd all be wise to remember that. It's going to be cool to play the story, play the campaign, and then come back and remember what these quotes meant and actually know what they're referring to. Again, I mean, we talked about the nipply stuff on leather. Look at this jacket. Look at the car seats. Look at the dashboard. This is the most detail I have ever seen on vehicles ever. The boat, the cars, the everything. Imagine driving around in cars and just driving, just feeling like you're there. I'm assuming first person is going to be the game. Imagine how good the first person mechanics are going to look. Look at the steering wheel, the nipply stuff on the steering wheel. Look at his gloves, the wrinkles on the gloves. He's got another different type of pistol here. We've got a bag full of cash. We saw that clip above a second ago where we were robbing with Jason and Lucia. It looks like we're outside of some sort of a bank here. So this must be right after a bank robbery. That is one handsome gentleman right there. Look at him all spruced up, spiffed up in his suit. I think that's going to be a common theme with a lot of these people, starting from the underbelly of society, doing what you have to do to make it and trying to legitimize yourself and get up above board. And it's going to be cool to watch that transition. Last but not least, we've got Brian Heder. This is the first guy that we saw in trailer 2 pulling up, talking to Jason, saying he had to go collect rent money and whatever else. This is obviously going to be one of our first business contacts. It's kind of how we get on our feet. I'm hoping that this relationship stays good. It seems like we've got a pretty close relationship with Brian, a good one, but even good ones can go bad. So nothing better than a mudslide at sunset. Brian's a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling in the Keys, still moving product through his boatyard with his third wife, Lori. Brian's been around long enough to let others do his dirty work. First image here, Brian does more than fix up boats. You could see we're here at his business, the Brian's Boathouse or whatever. I believe this is the seaplane that we saw in the trailer. He's talking to one of his pilots and giving him an Amazon Prime delivery of some 100% pure white baking flour. This is the best image of them all. This looks like a photo. I cannot believe that this is a video game. This is on PS5. Like, are you kidding me? This is one of the best pictures or screenshots I have ever seen from a video game ever. Look at how realistic his face and arms and everything look. Look at the dirt in the windows, the water on the handle down here. You've got Jason over on the side. Obviously, they're running in, doing some sort of a mission here, some sort of a hit, because he's got his body armor on. But dude, this just looks so good. Do we think this could possibly be Lori here? Maybe in the background there. I hold so much grass on that plane, I could make the state of Leonida levitate. Nothing like a good old Keys bar to hang out and unwind. Brian's sitting here enjoying a couple of cervezas in his tank top and his do-rag here. I mean, obviously a bit of an older guy, so you can see kind of some of the older leathery skin that he's got going on because he's been in the sun his entire life. He seems like a vibe, and I'm really hoping things go well. He's got love tattooed across his knuckles. Yeah, that's got to be Lori, huh? That's Miss Third Wife. Look at the heart tattoo on her bosom and the rose tattoo on her biceps. She seems like a catch. Hopefully, I mean, she could be a nice lady. He seems like a really nice guy. Look at him, hand on the shoulder with Jason, kind of almost like a father moment, handing him a pistol. Something's going on here, and he's trying to give him some advice, maybe talking him down or talking him up, or who knows. But yeah, he definitely seems like some sort of a father figure, some sort of a positive influence, and hopefully we're going to see that continue throughout the entire game. Looks like a Leonida beach bum, moves like a great white shark. Brian's letting Jason live rent-free at one of his properties. We saw that at the start of the trailer, he was saying, you know, he's got other paying tenants that Jason had to go collect money from, so long as he helps with local shakedowns and stops by for Lori's sangria once in a while. So Jason's kind of like his man. He's the guy that gets things done, the muscle that he needs to keep everyone in line, and he gets a place and maybe a little bit of tutelage in return. And we can end it with a pretty cool clip here. Lucia's packing some heat and some buns, and they're gonna slam the trunk on this video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Listen, I know I was in Finland. You guys saw it. I did a reaction video to the trailer and stuff. I wish I would have been home for all this, but I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to make some great videos for you guys. We're going to be talking about all the postcards in this website that they posted and all the details we have there. And then I also want to go back through the trailer because there's a lot more stuff that we missed in my breakdown video. It was a pretty crappy one, to be honest. So more GTA videos coming soon. I'm going to be covering everything that comes out about this game for the next year until May 26th. And then we're going to be playing the heck out of it. I'll see you guys there. Peace out.